A very good afternoon to all of you. I hope you are well and seated comfortably. Let's begin. Aisha and Ben work for the same company. Same week, they were both told the same thing. A £40,000 bonus. The biggest either of them had ever been paid. A few weeks later, Ben had just over £21,000 in his current account. Aisha had the full £40,000 sitting inside her pension, growing, tax-free.
Untouched by income tax or national insurance at all. Same bonus, same employer, same week, nearly double the outcome. And the difference came down to a single conversation Aisha had, at the right time, before the bonus was even paid. Ben never had it. I'll come back to exactly what that conversation was, and why Ben never got the chance to have it. But first, if you've just found out you're getting a bonus that's genuinely going to change things, not just a nice top-up, but a number that makes you stop and think, I want to talk about the next 48 hours. Because that's roughly how long you've got before the decisions that matter most are effectively made for you. Here's what I mean. For most people, a bonus like this just arrives. It gets processed through payroll like any other payment, taxed at whatever your marginal rate happens to be that month, and lands in your account a bit lighter than expected. The excitement is real. The plan usually isn't, and payroll doesn't wait for one. The default is cash, taxed in full the moment it's declared. That default is the hidden enemy in this video. Not HMRC, not your employer, just the absence of a conversation happening automatically on your behalf, unless you interrupt it. This isn't a video about what to spend it on. It's about the handful of decisions made before the money is even paid that determine how much of it is actually yours, including the one that made the difference for Aisha and Ben. I'm Mark, and let's work through it together.
First, the basic mechanics, because they matter more than people think. A discretionary bonus is taxed as employment income in the tax year it's paid, not the year it was earned for. If your bonus is paid in March, it's added to everything else you've earned in that tax year. If your salary alone already has you sitting close to £100,000 or close to $125,000, a bonus on top doesn't just get taxed at your top rate, it can push a chunk of your income through the personal allowance taper, where you're losing 60 pence in every pound, or into the additional rate band at 45%. For someone whose salary already has them near these thresholds, a £40,000 bonus might see £15,000 or £20,000 of it taxed at 60%, simply because of where it lands in the year, not because of anything they did wrong. I completely understand the instinct here. Most people would do exactly the same, and that is to treat the bonus like a separate event. It feels like a one-off, so it gets spent like a one-off. Some to the mortgage, some to a cheeky golfing holiday with friends, some sitting in the current account as a buffer. But the tax system doesn't see it as a one-off. It sees it as income on top of everything else. And there's a quieter version of this too. If your salary already puts you in the additional rate band, your personal savings allowance, the amount of interest you can earn tax-free, drops to zero. Every pound of interest on that bonus sitting in a savings account while you decide what to do with it is taxed at 45% from the very first penny.
So here's the single most powerful thing most people never ask about: bonus sacrifice.
If you agree with your employer, before the bonus is paid, before it's contractually due to you, that some or all of it will go directly into your pension instead of into your salary, that amount never counts as your income at all. It goes into your pension gross, with no income tax and no national insurance taken off it first. Some employers will even pass on their own national insurance saving as an additional pension contribution on top, though that varies and it's worth asking specifically. The timing here is everything. This has to be arranged before the bonus becomes yours, before it's been declared, processed, or in some cases even before the performance period it relates to has ended, depending on how your contract is written. Once it's been paid as cash, taxed, and landed in your account, that opportunity is gone. For most people at this income level, asking HR or payroll one simple question: can some or all of this bonus be paid as an employer pension contribution instead? Is the single highest value financial conversation they'll have all year. And it has to happen before the bonus is processed, which usually means asking well before you think you need to. This is the exact moment that split Aisha's outcome from Ben's.
Remember Aisha and Ben from the start of this video? Here's exactly where their outcomes split. Ben took his £40,000 bonus as cash, the way it's processed by default. The same default I mentioned in the hook. He's an additional rate taxpayer, so it was taxed at 45% income tax plus 2% national insurance, leaving him with just over £21,000, which went into his current account. He never had a conversation about it. Nobody asked him to. The default simply ran its course. Aisha had the conversation with HR 3 weeks before the bonus was due. One question: could the bonus be paid as an employer pension contribution instead of cash? The full £40,000 was paid that way. No income tax, no national insurance. £40,000 landed in her pension. Separately, she took savings she already had and split them across this tax year's and next tax year's ISA allowance. £35,000, sheltered from tax permanently. After the pension conversation, the next lever is the ISA. £20,000 per person per tax year, sheltered from tax forever. If a bonus arrives close to the end of a tax year, in March, there's a useful trick. Use this year's ISA allowance before April 5th and next year's from April 6th, meaning a bonus arriving in March could see up to £40,000 sheltered within a couple of weeks. Same bonus, same employer, same week. Ben has just over £21,000 in an account now generating taxable interest. Aisha has £40,000 inside her pension, growing tax-free until retirement, nearly double what Ben has, before either of them has made a single investment decision. The split happened 3 weeks before the money was even paid, not after.
A bonus like this is, in a strange way, a kind of test, not of how good an investor you are or how disciplined you are with money day to day, but of whether the structure is already in place before the money arrives. Everything that happened for Aisha happened because of decisions made in the weeks before the bonus was paid, not after. By the time the money landed, there was nothing left to decide. For Ben, by the time the money landed, every decision that mattered had already been made too, just by default, by payroll, by the absence of a conversation. It's also worth saying, this isn't about needing to be a financial expert. Aisha didn't do anything complicated. She asked one question 3 weeks earlier than most people think to ask it, and split one decision across 2 tax years. The mechanisms themselves aren't difficult. The only real skill is knowing they exist before the money arrives, because afterwards, most of them simply aren't available anymore.
If you know a significant bonus is coming, even if it's not confirmed yet, here's what I'd do in this order. 1. Have the bonus sacrifice conversation with HR or payroll as early as possible. Ask specifically whether some or all of it can be paid as an employer pension contribution. This only works if it happens before the bonus is processed. 2. If the bonus is landing close to the tax year end, plan your ISA contributions across both tax years
to potentially shelter double the usual allowance within a few weeks. 3. Before you decide what to do with whatever's left, calculate what the bonus does to your adjusted net income for the year. If it's pushing you through the personal allowance taper or the additional rate threshold, that's the number that should drive the decision, not the number on the payslip. I hope you found our chat useful today. I'd really appreciate you subscribing to my channel. If you've got a question or there's something you'd like me to cover in a future video, leave a comment below. I'll do my best to help. In the next video, we're looking at the other side of a sudden change in income, redundancy. Surprisingly, there's a number in that video that hasn't moved since 1988, not once. What's genuinely tax-free, what isn't, and the planning opportunity that exists in exactly the moment most people are least prepared to think about it. Until next time, take care.